is your host for tonight, Kenny Everett. Well, good evening, fans, and welcome to Not the 9 O'Clock News. Yes, the BBC and I have settled our old differences, and they've decided to give me my own show, as long as I don't say the word pubes.
All right, that's it. Go on, clear out, that's it. We have warned you. Thank you very much. On... Further, go on, keep going. Right out. Right the way out. Right the way out. Come along, we have warned you.
Right, shut up. I suppose that's as quiet as we'll get it. Right, now, most of you have been to these gatherings before, so I won't explain too much. We are in the very coveted position this morning of actually having a hospital bed to spare. And in the usual way, I'm afraid I must award it to the most deserving case. Now, you all know the allocation system, so I won't waste any more time. Who's going to start the bidding? Do I hear measles? Measles, anyone? Come on, this is a hospital bed going empty. Come on. Do I hear measles?
Influenza?
No, I'm sorry, come on, that's just a long lie in. I must start the bidding at measles.
Measles.
Measles, thank you, madam. Measles from the lady with the spots. OK, at measles, and you've answered measles. Measles. Pneumonia, thank you, sir, pneumonia. Het pneumonia, then. Het pneumonia. Double pneumonia. Het pneumonia. Any advance on double pneumonia? Sorry? Amnesia? Laryngitis. No, I'm sorry, sir, we're already at double pneumonia. Any advance on double pneumonia? Do I hear double pneumonia and a duodenal ulcer? Thank you, sir. Does it hurt? Yes, and it's painful. Double pneumonia and a duodenal ulcer, that is painful. Any advance on that? Malaria. Thank you, sir. Malaria from gentlemen in winter. Malaria. Come on, malaria. Come on, it's not exactly terminal. Come on. Malaria. Look, I have to tell you, I have a reserve on this bed. I've already received a telephone offer of rabies. So come on, I must hurry you. It's a very good bed near the television room. Smallpox. Thank you, sir. That's smallpox, then. Smallpox. What, pleurisy? No, I'm sorry, pleurisy is just a complication of smallpox. I think you're bidding against yourself there, sir. Smallpox, then, still at smallpox. Deep depression. Deep depression from the man on the window ledge. Thank you, sir. Deep depression, then. Going to the man on the window ledge. Going. Gone! The man on the window ledge has gone. So I'm afraid I'll have to start the bidding again.
Our right honourable leader and Dennis. My lords, ladies, fellow party workers, I am a golfer. But I'm also a Conservative, and the Conservatives are back in power. What a wonderful word. But with a new initiative, and above all, a new style. And we are mostly concerned with two main issues. Firstly, immigration. Now, people really do get this party wrong every time on this issue, don't they? We don't think immigrants are animals, for God's sake. I know a lot of immigrants personally, and they're perfectly nice people. They're black, of course, which is a shame. But honestly, some of them can do some jobs almost as well as white people, and we acknowledge this. Now, a lot of immigrants are Indians and Pakistanis, for instance, and I like curry. I do. But now that we've got the recipe, is there really be any need for them to stay. Conservatives understand these problems, you see. Like we understand young criminals, another very emotive issue. This party feels that we've been just a little too soft on these bastards. Mr. Whitelaw has spoken of the short, sharp shock treatment and his introduction of the 24,000-volt electric chair to 2 Home Office detention centres begins next week, on a purely experimental basis, of course. If it doesn't work, then, of course, we will be more than prepared to revert to the old liberal, wishy-washy, socialist, nigger-loving, red, left-wing, homosexual, commie ways of the recent past. But please, let's have a chance. It may be a tough road, we know, but don't forget, it is easier for a rich man to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for a camel to... than it is for a camel to...
Right. Last item on the agenda is the appointment of a new top man to my team. Now, I think it ought to be a woman. Equal opportunities and so on. A woman. And positive discrimination, so preferably black.
A black woman?
Aye, a black woman. And we don't employ any ex-convicts at the moment, do we?
What about a black woman ex-convict?
Right. A black woman ex-convict. In her late 50s.
Late 50s?
A lot of people find it very, very difficult to get jobs when they've been made redundant in their late 50s. Especially if they're educationally subnormal. After all, an educationally subnormal epileptic with speech defects, partial sight and deafness would find it very, very, very difficult to get a job, even though they have a great deal to contribute.
Right, well, so we're looking for a woman.
Make that a pregnant woman.
A pregnant woman.
All right.
Who is, black, blind, deaf,
Tall.
epileptic.
In her late 50s.
And
an ex-convict.
Right, now are we all agreed on that?
Aye.
Right, we'll have that advertised immediately. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Right.
Oh, that's bloody typical of JC, that.
Right, every good job that comes up goes to one of his family.
Thank you, Bob.
It's funny you talking about charity just then, because last Sunday I gave quite a brilliant, I thought, sermon about you know, walks on water.
Good evening. This week, on October the 27th, one of the last of Britain's colonies, the tiny island of St. Vincent, gets its independence. With me are Mr. Toby Fanshawe of the St. Vincent National Popular Front for a Democratic Socialist Republic, and Mr. Henry Trethowan of the St. Vincent Democratic Socialist Republicans for a National Popular Front. Good evening. Gentlemen, perhaps we could begin by pinpointing St. Vincent on the map for the benefit of the viewers. Mr. Fanshawe?
It's there,
Where exactly?
in the Caribbean.
Mr. Trethowan, perhaps you could put your finger on it for us?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
It's here somewhere.
Well, it can't just have disappeared, can it?
I saw it only this morning.
Yes, Mr. Fanshawe.
Ah, I know. The CIA have moved it.
Yes, yes. Mr. Fanshawe, could you describe St. Vincent for the viewers?
It's an island.
Go on.
It's an island entirely surrounded by, water.
Look, could we move on from this and look at life on St. Vincent? And what is the main occupation of the people?
They're the St. Vincent ginger growers, and I really want to say they grow the finest ginger in the world today. And the rum is fine any time of year.
With a totally tropical taste. Till I come back home. Nuts, oh, hazelnuts.
Gentlemen! Gentlemen, please. Have you actually ever been to St. Vincent?
In what sense?
Have you been there?
No.
You?
No. I've read a lot about it.
Me too.
Oh, yes, what have you read?
I read a holiday brochure.
Holiday brochure.
Yes, it gave me a great insight into the deplorable social conditions of life on St. Vincent.
Such as?
Do you know it costs a family of 4 £900 to live there for 10 days?
Yes.
Car hire extra.
Yes.
No season rebate.
Shut up.
I've read a book.
Oh, yes, what was it called?
The Mayor of Casterbridge.
The Mayor of Casterbridge. Sit down.
Bring back RTV! Bring back bloody RTV, that's what I say. Have you ever seen such a load of rubbish in your bloody life? Have you ever seen such a load of rubbish in your life?
Dear.
What's his name, son?
Yes. Mind like a sieve. Dear. Jesus Christ.
Are you a gay Christian? No, it's all right. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I mean, if homosexuality is your thing, if that's the bag you're into, then that's great. Fantastic. I mean, don't be ashamed. Whatever you do, I mean, stand up. Come out of the toilet, as the phrase has it. And stand up and say, I am tempted to be a homosexual. And it'll be fine. And you may even decide after much prayer to enter into a committed and tempted relationship with a member of the same genital group. And if you do, and you feel you can do nothing about it, and you've been to a psychiatrist, and you've had aversion therapy, and you've tried tying metal weights to your private parts, and you still feel these tendencies, then I'm afraid it means that God just wants you to have a rotten life. God's like that. He hates puffs. I'm sorry, sir, but the rules of the house say that we are not allowed to serve anyone without a tie.
Stuff it.
Bonsoir, Alphonse. Avez-vous une table pour nous?
You're not wearing a tie, sir.
No.
I'm sorry, but the rules of the house dictate that we're not allowed to serve anyone who is not wearing
silly,
a tie.
isn't it?
If Madame would like to stay, of course.
No, it's completely out of the question. Don't worry, we'll go somewhere else.
Your usual table, sir?
Thank you, Alphonse.
My skin is as smooth as silk. I'm bent, and I'm yours for 13p. All right. Who wants a nibble? Oh, you're a banana. That's right.
No, let Jim have a go.
Hello there, and good evening. This is an appeal to the public at large. I have on this machine, what is there? The voice of the Scunthorpe Strangler. If anyone at home thinks they recognise this voice, they should contact me immediately on 230-1212.
Hello there. This is the Strangler speaking. You haven't caught me yet, have you?
Oh, Mooney to take the kick. Oh, and no doubt about that one. No, let's just look at that one again. Well, that's quite extraordinary, Brian. Now, what on earth happened there?
Right, well, if you could just read your final list of demands, please, gentlemen. Hawkins, take notes, if you will.
Well, first we asked for the graduated power sharing scheme.
That scheme, yes.
Then the reduction to a 35-hour week by 1981.
35.
The upgrading of differentials with regard to other settlements made by the firm this year.
differentials parity.
And finally, myself and Mr. Stewart here would like to sleep with your wife, Lady.
Sleep with Lady Grant.
And those are our final terms.
If you'll just give us a minute to consult, please. No, I'm sorry, not only is the differentials clause very shaky, but as far as I'm concerned, once a month with my wife is quite unacceptable under present circumstances.
Oh, come on, Grant, we're wasting our time.
However, I am willing to propose once a month with Mr. Hawkins' wife.
I reckon if it's Mr. Hawkins' wife, it'll have to be at least twice a month.
Right.
Twice a month?
3 or 4 times.
All right, well, I'll make you an offer then. Both of you every week with Mr. Hawkins' wife. Plus the automatic bottle opener that you saw us using at the Christmas party last year.
Oh, come on. Come on, gentlemen, be realistic.
Plus use of this swivel chair in future negotiations.
I like the swivel chair.
I like the swivel chair. What do you think of Mrs. Hawkins?
Definitely not.
Right. Neither of us fancy Mrs. Hawkins, I'm afraid.
Why not? Well, how about your daughter, Hawkins?
She's only 8.
That needn't matter. Gentlemen. The graduated power sharing scheme, 35-hour week, all that rubbish. Use of the swivel chair. The automatic bottle opener with its instruction booklet. Mr. Hawkins's daughter to be phased in by 1991. Plus, my wife's recipe for ratatouille.
Lemon ice cream.
No.
Oh, come on, it sounds fair enough to me.
Come on,
Not
lemon
the
ice
recipe for lemon ice cream.
Come on, man, we're talking about...
the ice cream.
I'm sorry, that is not the offer.
What's
The
the
offer,
walkout?
the offer is ratatouille.
What about the ice cream?
Ice cream is not on the table.
Right, I'm afraid that's it. We'll have to call the end of the meeting.
No,
Instruct our members
just a
to-
moment, gentlemen. Just a moment, gentlemen. The swivel chair to take home at weekends. The automatic bottle opener and some money.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I live on the 14th floor of a tower block, and when I get bored, I call cooey to the passers-by, and when they look up, I go in their eye. 'Cause I hate your guts. Come on, you. Kick you shit. I go out west every night, go down to the pub and look for a fight. I have 10 lagers, then I have 10 more, then I jump up and down, and I'm sick on the floor. Cause your hands are cold. Come on, yeah. Cause you're far too old. Come on, yeah. Cause you're a stupid old straight. Go, 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 hey, 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 hey. Sex is boring, pain is fun. I wanna cut my fingers off one by one. There ain't no point in staying alive. I wanna be dead when I'm 25. Come on, you. Cause your hair's too long. Come on, you. Cause you're never wrong. Come on, you. In your Oxbridge punt. Come on, you. You're the National Front. Come on, you. Cause you're well insured. Come on, you. Cause I'm young and bored. Come on, you. Cause you talk about art. Come on, you. Cause you're a boring old fart.
Just before the next program, we are to screen an emergency item. What you're about to see is a film of John Kirtnell, who was kidnapped 4 days ago. The kidnappers have demanded that the film be shown on both networks. Thank you.
Testing, testing. Oh, right. Hi, Mum and Dad. I'm all right. Don't panic. Everything's going to be all right. Mum, in particular, don't panic. If you feel yourself starting to panic, for heaven's sake, take the pill or something to calm you down. The thing is, I have been kidnapped, but I'm sure it's going to be all right. They've been treating me very well so far. This morning for breakfast, for instance, we had scrambled eggs, which were really great. You know that way of making them with just eggs, no milk? Well, this guy does it just that way, and he puts in a lot of pepper and something else just to add taste. Oh, it's parsley, apparently. and then for lunch, we had kipper pate. Sorry, mackerel pate. Well, whatever it was really great. And then after that, we had some kind of paella, right? A sort of paella, but with a really tangy taste, made with some kind of hot pepper sauce, and there's tuna fish and rice, and I think there was some sweet corn in there somewhere. Well, anyway, that was really great, so everything was all right. Don't panic. I'm eating well. I'm eating really well, and there seems to be no reason to suggest that the standard of meals is going to drop. Well, anyway, to get to the point, the fact is this. They want 40 million quid. I know it's a lot to ask, particularly as they're such a small outfit. There's just the two of them, John and Peter over here, but they're really great guys, and they say that if you don't pay the money, then they'll have to kill me. What? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, is it? Yes, tomorrow. They're going to have to kill me tomorrow. So please pay up as soon as you can.
That message was received by the BBC last Thursday, but due to scheduling difficulties, this was the first opportunity we have had to show it. We extend our sincerest apologies to Mr. and Mrs. Kirtnell and apologize for any inconvenience caused.
This is BBC 2.
Live from Carrickmore, County Tyrone, it's the Not the 9 o'clock News Christmas Party.
5 gold rings.
Darling, I'm home. Oh my God! I've left the baby on the bus.
Mary, we have travelled far today and must now seek shelter for the night.
Yes, my husband. Let us rest, for I fear I am near my time.
The prophecy says that there will be no room at the inn, but a rude stable will be our shelter, and our blessed child will be laid in a manger.
So shall the prophecies be fulfilled.
I will knock.
Ah, good evening, sir.
Innkeeper, my wife and I seek shelter for the night.
You want a room? Of course, sir. Do come in. Twin beds or double. A bathroom en suite. We have a complete room service.
But, innkeeper, a simple outhouse will do.
Well, might I suggest, sir, the King Herod penthouse suite? The bathroom includes a sunken bath and bidet, and there's a lovely view across half of Judea.
No,
You see, I'm having a baby.
Oh, my congratulations, madam. Let me assure you our team of qualified midwives will be in constant attendance.
Actually, she would prefer to be in the cowshed.
It's the donkey, you see. I'm very fond of it.
Oh, I understand, madam. We'll sneak it up to your room via the service lift. No one will know.
Yes, fine. Well, that's very kind of you. Don't think we don't appreciate it. It's just that, honestly, we would be better off in something a bit more kind of stable-ish. Byeresque, something hovelly, because we're expecting shepherds.
Shepherds? Splendid.
And their flocks. Think of the droppings.
Well, we'll clean up their droppings, sir. And those of the sheep, never fear. If I might just have the name, sir.
Joseph.
Joseph? That's a Jewish name.
Yes, we are Jewish. We're from Nazareth.
I'm sorry, sir. This hotel is restricted. We don't take those of the Jewish persuasion.
You don't take Jews? How then are we to find some shelter for the night?
Jews to the stable, sir.
Oh, that's a bit funny, isn't it? A hotel in Israel not taking Jews?
I know, sir. Why do you think we've got all these empty rooms?
A new pair of jeans. And they look it, don't they? But you can inject some of your very own personality if you wash them on you. Yes, shrink them to the shape of your own body, the wash while you wear way.
See how the denim clings to the contours of your body. Here you go, come up you, here you go. There's a good girl. Here's a good girl. Here's a good girl. Come on, girl. There's a good girl. Mary, we have travelled a long way today. We must seek shelter for the night.
Yes, my husband. I must rest, for I fear I am near my time.
Thank you, next! We'll let you know.
I told you I should have played Mary, you never...
Where are these kids going? Football? Rock concert? Gangbang? Church?
Yeah, well, at first I thought, you know, church, what a drag. Men dressed up in all that poncy gear. But it's a completely false image. The church is fantastic. I mean, you make a lot of friends, you have a good time, sermons, table tennis. Great table tennis.
Church, where the table tennis is, too.
Before I got into the church, all I liked was football and snogging. But I don't snog anymore, because if you so much as look upon a woman with lust, you have to cut your right hand off. So imagine what the punishment for a good snogging would be.
We spoke to a few tough kids.
Yeah, I was a shady customer. But then I found Jesus and everything changed. I mean, I'm never going to kill anyone again just for kicks.
When did you find Jesus?
It was when Scotland lost to Peru.
And where did you find Jesus?
In the cupboard in the kitchen. No one had looked there for ages.
So you see, the church could be the thing for you. This Christmas, don't just say, no, it's not for me. I can always learn to play table tennis in other ways. Because remember, it was the Lord himself who was the first to teach the importance of service.
Try the church. It's better than plunging your head into a boiling chip pan any day.
Yeah, well, I tried them both, and I thought I'd prefer the boiling chip pan, but no way.
All right, Your Majesty, you're surrounded. Come out with your head under your arm.
I have here the most recent analysis of yearly donations by member countries of the European Economic Community. Belgium, Holland, and Denmark, £3 billion. Italy, £1 million, and 4 tons of quick mixed cannelloni. Germany, £2 million. France, 38p. Ireland, 2 hats. The United Kingdom, 4,000 million pounds. Luxembourg, an evening with Princess Astrid. Now, the question being asked in your country is this. Are the sizes of these donations fair? Well, the answer, I have to tell you straight, is no. Why should this be so, do I hear you ask? Well, if you were to think about it, the answer would be obvious. Britain is paying more to the EEC than anybody else. Because everyone else in the EEC hates Britain, that's why. Why must you always be looking for complex economic answers? We want to bleed your crummy little island until it dies of anemia. Don't think for one moment that we've forgotten Agincourt. Oh no, or the Battle of Waterloo, or the mess you made of our beaches, or Sandy Shore winning the Eurovision Song Contest. We hate your puppet on a string, and we're going to make you pay for it, Mr. Smith, Mr. Jones, and Mr. Robinson. We hate your lamb. We hate your stupid little mini-car. We hope your British-laden liner sinks in the Irish Seas. Don't you realize how much we loathe David Niven? And your Inspector Clouseau? Oh, yes, very funny. Well, the laugh's on you this time, mate.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, the 1979 Miss World competition reaches its climax. We've already seen the girls in their evening dresses, and I wouldn't mind getting their evening addresses either. So if the first little lady would just like to step right up, please. Wow, with curves like that, the world's no place for squares. Now, Linda. Hello, Linda. Linda, I'm going to ask you a few simple questions, like, will you come home with me tonight? No, but seriously, Linda, what do you like doing in your spare time?
Screwing.
Right, yes. You like working with children, right? And, why do you want to be Miss World, Linda?
I want to get laid by someone famous.
No, but seriously, Linda, what is your favourite hobby?
Oh, leave it out, big boy. Show us your willy.
Are you fat, flabby, overweight? Fed up with diets? Sick of being beaten black and blue by masseurs? Well, this could be the answer for you. Just take a trip to Iran and discover the age-old secret of instant weight loss, or amputation. Only in the Law of Islam clinics can you actually watch those unwanted pounds drop off before your eyes. And we guarantee you'll never go back to dieting once we cut off the hand that feeds you.
Look, how long do you intend keeping me here like this?
Just as long as it takes you to confess, Baxter.
Confess to what?
All in good time, Baxter, all in good time.
I haven't done anything, nothing.
I think you may be onto something, Sarge. I found this in his fridge.
Good luck, Parker. Not done anything, huh? Then perhaps you can explain this then.
It's an egg.
Precisely, an egg. An egg answering to the description of 50,000 eggs stolen from a lorry at Watford Gap last Tuesday.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why were you hiding it in your fridge?
I wasn't hiding it in my fridge.
Detective Sergeant, you were hiding it in your fridge.
Behind the strawberry yoghurt, Sarge.
Look, The fridge is where I happen to keep my eggs.
Ah, when you're not out hijacking lorry loads of them, you mean?
I haven't hijacked a lorry load of eggs.
Oh, come on, Baxter. On Tuesday, 50,000 eggs get knocked off, and on Thursday we find one of them in your fridge. Do us a favour, will ya?
How can you prove that that egg is one of the hijacked eggs?
It's oval, isn't it? It answers to the description exactly.
You're balmy, you are.
Right, I can see we're not going to get any more out of this one. Send in the next prospective jury member.
Next! Next!
Right, well, what are you going to say for yourself?
Mary, we have travelled a long way and must seek shelter for the night.
Mr. Atkinson?
Yes?
Yes. Did you sign a petition to save the whale, Governor?
Yes. Yes, I did.
OK, Jack. This is the place.
Friday night, Saturday morning, Friday yesterday's gone, there's a weekend dawning. Friday night, Saturday morning at last. Pack up your troubles then, Monday's the day for them. Oh, it's time to relax again. Friday night, Saturday morning at last.
Well, that was an excerpt from the controversial and some would say scurrilous new British picture, The General Synod's Life of Christ. The film deals with the rise to fame and greatness of a humble carpenter's son named Jesus Christ. But many people have seen in the film a thinly disguised and blasphemous attack on the life of Monty Python. Python worshippers claim the film sets out to ridicule by parody the actual members of Monty Python. Men who, even today, are worshipped and revered throughout the Western world. Now, Alexander Walker, what did you think of the picture?
Well, I was appalled. I mean, I actually find it deeply offensive that in a country that is still ostensibly a Python-worshipping country, that a 14-year-old child can actually get in to see this film. I mean, there is little enough proper Python around these days without parading this distorted garbage about.
Bishop, you directed the film. Did you expect this kind of reaction?
Well, I certainly didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition. Yes, I did. Yes, I did direct the film. And I feel as though I must emphasize at this stage that it is not about Python.
Oh, come on.
I'm not a Pythonist. I'm not a Pythonist myself, but obviously I have a tremendous amount of respect for people like Alexander, who are...
Oh, come now. Now, come now, Bishop. I mean, the leading figure in this film, what is it? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's quite clearly a lampoon of the comic messiah himself, our Lord John Cleese. I mean, well, come on, I mean, even the initials, JC, are exactly the same.
I must explain. I must explain to you, the Christ figure is not clean.
Oh, come on.
No, he's just an ordinary man who happens to have been born in Weston-super-Mare at the same time as Mr. Cleese.
Jonathan, you know as well as I
he
do.
Is mistaken, he is mistaken for the comic messiah himself by vast crowds of people who follow him about, doing silly walks,
You're underestimating your public.
shouting, no, no, not the comfy chair, and other slogans from the good box.
No, I'm sorry, Jonathan, whatever you say, this film is a highly distasteful one. I mean, have people forgotten how Monty Python suffered for us?
I know.
How often the sketches failed? I mean, these men died for us, frequently.
Bishop, perhaps you feel that the film deteriorates the spiritual side of Monty Python.
Not at all.
Well, I disagree.
I mean, if Python is immortal, as Pythonists believe, then I can't believe that a mere film,
A 10th-rate
could put them off. I mean, in the words of John Cleese, whenever 2 or 3 are gathered together in one place, then they shall perform the parrot sketch.
It is an ex-parrot.
It has ceased to be.
Indeed. Well, Alexander Walker, the final scene of the picture has attracted the most attention.
Right, well, now here, I think we have the ultimate blasphemy. I mean, it is set in a hotel in Torquay, where literally hundreds of Spanish waiters are being clipped about the ear by this Jesus Christ bloke. It is obviously a lampoon of the comic messiah's greatest half hour.
It's not at all. The point, it's Torbay.
Thank you both
Oh,
very
come on,
much
Torbay,
indeed.
Torquay. I mean,
Bishop,
we're quibbling, aren't we?
Alexander Walker, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. I mean, Jonathan,
We
really...
take a break now for some explicit sex, thinly disguised as choreography.
Bonsoir. J'ai un plaisir énorme
Good evening.
à être ici ce soir.
It is a great delight to be here tonight, a great joy to be back in England with all your beautiful English men with whom I like sleeping a great deal. I was told an alarming but very funny joke the other day. What is green, red, and travels at 60 miles per hour? A frog in a Kenwood mixer. Ha, 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 ha. But enough of that. I wish to talk to you tonight on the subject of heart surgery. Excuse me while I put on my glasses. Ah, that's better. At least 4 hours before the operation, the patient must be fully knocked out. When on the table, we start by taking a scalpel sort of thing, something like that, and cutting in slices from the, neck really, down to the, what is it, technical term for navel, a prenatal knot. Then insert a, literal translation, a sacrificial dagger. Must be a better word than that. Anyway, take the sacrificial dagger, shove it in, and then try to knot up the macaroni-shaped thing, sort of fan belt affair. Well, there's something in there loose anyway, so tie a knot in it. Then scoop out the bouillon. Oh God. Something to do with raw meat, Turkish delight, KY jelly, that kind of thing. In order to stop it forming, happens to cream. Very stupid people. Clots. That's right. Then take a kind of tissue thing, sanitary towel over the, I just told you, lardy, squidgy sort of jelly sort of stuff, and then we'll grab this thing and slice, sever, tear out, emasculate the same word as the inside of a haggis. Yes. Then, that done, put back in, whatever it was you took out, sew it up, and hey presto, the job is done. Sometimes you find that the patient is already dead. But as you say in English,
That's life.
c'est la vie.
Thank
you. Well, my boy, I'm really not sure what to suggest. Your form master's assessment describes you as a dissolute waster, a liar, a deceiver, a cheat, a dirty-minded little commie who fiddles with other boys in the changing room. I'm afraid your career options are pretty limited.
Oh. Sir.
I'm afraid it's the Queen's household for you, young blunt.
Everyone, hands in the air! In the air, go on, keep 'em up! All right. Right now, nobody moves, nobody gets hurt, all right? 3 10-penny stamps, please.